Most fans think the NFL Combine is just about 40-yard dashes and vertical jumps, but the top 1% of front office executives know it is actually a ruthless, high-stakes medical audit. A single red flag in the medical tent can wipe $25 million off a player's rookie contract in 48 hours. Teams are absolutely terrified of missing hidden damage. Drafting a distressed asset costs general managers their jobs and leaves franchises eating millions in dead cap space. The crazy part is the medical exams in Indianapolis are not actually the beginning of the evaluation process. The real audits happen months before anyone even arrives in the city. So how deep does this rabbit hole go? Well, let's find out. Here's what people get wrong about the Combine. The medical checks in Indianapolis are not the real audit. They are just the final public stress test after 6 to 18 months of private medical espionage. Long before February rolls around, teams are already working behind the scenes. They use independent doctors, track down shadow MRIs, and dig into private injury history databases. They are secretly gathering extensive medical information on these high-profile athletes. They talk to college trainers. They hire private investigators to look into rehab habits, and they build a comprehensive risk profile. It is a massive intelligence operation. They want to know every single thing about a player's body before they ever see them in person. Let me give you a perfect example of how this actually plays out. Look back at Michael Penix Jr. in the 2024 draft. He wanted to secure top 10 draft capital. That was his intention. But his massive obstacle was an extensive history of ACL injuries. On paper, that should have tanked his draft stock entirely. People assumed the Combine medicals would destroy his value. Instead, he went 8th overall. Why? Because teams already knew his medical baseline from their private intel. The Combine did not reveal anything new. It just confirmed what their shadow doctors had already told them. That stabilized his stock. It proved that this massive audit process can actually protect a player's value just as much as it destroys it. If a team has done their homework, the Combine is just a rubber stamp. But that is when things go right. When the private intel does not match the public reality, or when a player's body refuses to heal the way doctors predicted, the financial fallout is massive. The audit process is designed to catch the guys who are hiding something, or the guys whose bodies are simply ticking time bombs. Teams spend millions on this espionage because they know a bad medical grade is the ultimate deal breaker. It does not matter how fast you run if the doctors say your knee will not survive a 17-game season. While Penix survived his audit and got paid, the 2026 class is a completely different story. Right now, there are two massive names in this upcoming draft class whose private medical intel is currently terrifying general managers across the league. The shadow MRIs are circulating. The independent doctors are raising red flags, and the front offices are scrambling to figure out if they should pull these guys off their draft boards entirely. We are talking about tens of millions of dollars hanging in the balance based on what happens inside those medical tents. This changes everything you know about the draft. We are going to look at exactly who these players are and what the doctors are finding. But here's the twist. Let us look at the first live case study right now. Tai Simpson is fighting for the quarterback 2 slot in this draft class. On the field, he has the talent, but his medical file is incredibly turbulent. Teams are looking at a recent history that includes a severe bout of gastritis and a 15-pound weight crash. That alone raises eyebrows because of the strength loss. Then you add in a cracked rib, and if that is not enough, he has lingering elbow and back issues. For a quarterback, elbow and back problems are massive red flags. The mechanics of throwing a football put immense stress on those exact areas. So teams are not just looking at his tape. They are bringing in their doctors to examine those joints and those scans. The stakes for Simpson are incredibly high right now. He is battling to be the second quarterback taken, but one bad scan in Indianapolis could drop him entirely out of the first round. If the shadow MRIs show structural damage in that elbow or chronic issues in his back, teams will just take him off their board. They will not risk a first-round pick on a guy who might need surgery in year 2. That is the reality of the medical audit. It does not matter how well he throws at the Combine if the doctors say his back cannot hold up. Then you have Ruben Bain Jr. He is arguably the top edge rusher in this class. He plays with incredible power, but his medical file is giving general managers a ton of anxiety. In 2024, he dealt with calf and soft tissue injuries. He missed time and struggled to stay on the field. Now he had a massive bounce-back season in 2025. He looked dominant again, but that previous injury history does not just vanish. The Combine Medical is going to strictly determine his long-term durability projection. The specific obstacle for Bain is whether his body can survive a 17-game NFL schedule. Edge rushers take a beating. They are crashing into 300-pound tackles on every single play. Soft tissue injuries have a nasty habit of lingering and recurring, especially for explosive athletes who rely on their burst. So teams do not just look at his current health. They calculate the statistical probability of injury recurrence over a 4-year rookie window. They want to know the exact percentage chance that his calf gives out again in year 3 of his contract. If that probability is too high, he drops. It is ruthless math. These medicals connect directly to market volatility. Teams treat these players like volatile stocks. A clean medical grade stabilizes the stock. A red flag creates a massive sell-off. And the financial difference between those two outcomes is staggering. The doctors in that tent hold the power to completely rewrite a player's financial future in a matter of minutes. Let us quantify the financial damage with hard data. We can map out the exact financial swing for a top prospect like Bain using the 2026 rookie scale projections. If Bain gets a clean medical grade, he is a lock for a top 8 pick. That draft slot is worth roughly $35 to $42 million in total value. More importantly, it comes with up to $30 million fully guaranteed. That is generational wealth locked in the moment he signs the paper. But what happens if he slides? Let us say the doctors flag those soft tissue concerns. Teams get spooked by the recurrence probability. Suddenly he falls out of the first round entirely. If those medical concerns push him to the mid-second round, his total contract value drops to $12 to $18 million. That erases up to $25 million in guaranteed money instantly. And it happens just because a doctor saw something concerning on a scan. That is a $25 million swing based entirely on a medical audit. When you aggregate this league-wide, the numbers get insane. One bad medical day across the top 15 prospects costs NFL teams a combined $80 to $120 million in misallocated guarantees. If teams miss a red flag and draft a guy high anyway, they are burning millions in cap space on a player who cannot stay on the field. That is why they are terrified. And this audit mentality never stops. It is not just for rookies. Look at the veteran parallel with Max Crosby right now. He is an elite edge rusher, but his current trade market is incredibly complicated. He had knee surgery in January after being shut down late in the 2025 season. Now he carries a $30 million cap hit. Even though he is a proven star, that knee surgery makes him a risk. Teams looking to trade for him have to audit that knee. If the medicals are bad, they will not give up premium draft picks. It proves that even proven elite stars become distressed assets when medical risk meets high financial cost. The NFL is a ruthless financial marketplace. If your body breaks down, your value plummets, whether you are a rookie or a 5-time Pro Bowler. Here is the 3-step risk pricing framework that top executives use. First, assign a medical discount percentage. Second, cross-reference private intel with the Combine data. Third, build a trade-up buffer. Take a quick screenshot of this 5-point due diligence checklist right now. You need independent reviews, durability projections, and guaranteed trade-off calculators. The teams that treat the Combine like a $100 million audit build dynasties. The ones that treat it like a simple workout rebuild for a decade. Apply this exact framework to your next business negotiation. Then click the next video to see how player agents counter these medical audits.